Hello, your real estate girls around town here, and we are going to kick off part 2 on selling your home.
Okay, so we have chosen your realtor and you have prepared your home, and now it is listed on the MLS. And for purposes of this video, I'm not going to get into all the marketing that a realtor will do. I will handle that on a separate video series. However, what I want to speak to today is what happens now that you're listed. Number one, you want to make sure that when your agent calls you to schedule a showing, that your home is easy to show. And the reason for that is we agents know the homes that are difficult to show. And so those aren't getting shown as often because we need to be able to have sellers respond and be able to show their homes quickly. So just a little encouragement when your agent calls. We always ask for 2 hours notice, but we know that sometimes a listing will be missed, and so an agent could be in your neighborhood showing homes, see the sign, and want to respond. So it's in your best interest as a seller to be easy to show. The next thing would be when you have an agent, you want to make sure that you really listen to and want to hear the feedback from every showing, and don't take it personally. I know it's an emotional sale as well as an emotional buy. However, I have seen, and I have 8 years experience behind me to back this up, that negotiations and just the entire process go much more smoothly if you don't take things personally. For example, you have a showing and you have a house that's large. We have 3-4 bedroom home, and you missed something. So the agent who showed it will tell your agent, hey, this such and such turned off my buyers. And when your listing agent shares that information with you, I encourage you to react to it. I encourage you to respond to it favorably in terms of, okay, I'm going to rectify that for my next showing. So if you do that and those other things that we discussed, I guarantee that your home will get a lot of showings and get under contract soon. So to that point, now your listing agent will come to you with an offer. And I want to encourage you that we are now in Frederick County and surrounding counties in a kind of a seller's market. And the reason for that is that there is slim pickings. There are not many homes in ready to move in condition for sale right now. And as I videotape this, it is February 28th of 2014. So I encourage you to look at every offer that comes in, and don't be offended if you think it's a lowball offer, because a lot of buyers out there watch HGTV and they read newspaper, that say, oh, I got a house for such a steal. And so just take a deep breath, discuss it with your agent. Are they asking for a home inspection? What do the comps show? What are the comparables? Because you aren't going to be able to sell your home for more than it will appraise. So we just have to have a meeting of the minds. And me and my team have a whole way of handling offers, which, if you choose me as somebody to interview, I'd be happy to share that with you. So then when you respond to an offer, you have one of 3 choices. You can reject it outright, which I never recommend, because if someone brought an offer and took the trouble to write it in writing, they're probably serious and would respond favorably to the second option, which is a counter. So an offer comes in, you're not happy with, then you and your agent discuss how you might be able to counter it. Higher sales price, less closing costs, assistance on the seller side, etc. And then once you agree on terms with your buyer and both parties sign off on the contract and all of its terms, then we call that under contract and or being ratified. And so in our third part of this series, we'll be able to delve more into what happens and what are your responsibilities as a seller once you get under contract and ratified.
Sounds great. Well, that wraps up part 2, and we will see you next week for part 3 on selling your home. Have a great week.
Bye-bye.